around with the Infinity app, and I kind of figured out how to do I call it a modified change order. And also for you guys that don't know how to recreate your proposal without writing out all your windows, I want to show you how to do both of them real quick. So who knows how to do it? Who's messed with it before? I think Ricky, I think you probably, if anyone.
Yeah, I've done it. I have also done it and messed up and then made it work. But I'd say 3 out of every 4 times I get all the things I want.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this on Zoom, so I can't tell you it won't get a little glitchy, but we're gonna play around with it. Yesterday, I messed around with a couple different times trying to figure out, since Brittany moving out, on how to basically take over the headache that we need to without creating much of a headache. So, all right, so let's say this must be a new lead. These are new leads. Let me ask you real quick, are any of these, so none of these are contracts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just come up here real fast, and I'm just going to create a new customer just for the hell of it. And I'm going to say add new. I'm going to call it test Zoom. And then we're going to give it an email, D Rhodes. Okay, phone number 619-980-6116. Cool. Next. Clear on the address, 8260.
Hey, Dustin, are you recording this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. And I wouldn't be able to see with my glasses.
Top left of Zoom always shows.
All right, California, and then we'll do 92126. Country, United States. Give an hour. Okay, we're gonna just say original appointment just for shits and giggles. Now, just I was going to do windows, door, next. Perfect. Okay, so now I've got my lead set up. Here's my original lead. So I'm just going to walk in and take it through a contract real quick. Just make sure that I have everything I need. So I'm going to add a window. I'm just going to blitz through product type. We'll just call it slider width. We'll call it 60 by 45. And then I'm going to configure now. So I'm just going to do is I'm going to go through and build the basic contract, and then I'm going to do a change order on the same contract and just show you guys what to do, right? So I'm going to hit Infinity Slider. All right, and frame size 6 by 45. Say XO here, basic standard, do white on white. We'll say black hardware. And then low E3 glass, we'll say I accidentally hit low E2 because I'm not paying attention. And then actually we'll do a more realistic one. So we'll do
Temper.
Yeah, we're gonna miss tempering and we're gonna come back and add tempering. Is what we're gonna do. Okay, so we'll have all these things come through. Don't really need to change anything. This is all good to go. Just go back, add my adders. And again, some of you guys, when I tell you to add something to it, when I come back to the adder per window, when you hit create new, this is where I would add my new. If you're Provia, you put it in there and it comes over $1. That's where I would create a new, and I would add the price right here if I needed to. Okay, so I could obviously come up with my details, add my price, and then hit save, and then it will basically keep that in the equation. For here, just for giggles, I'm going to hit select existing, go to my installation type. I'm going to hit Dream Style Reflash. Done. Off to the races. Now I'm saving this window. And then I'm also going to add a patio door. And we're gonna make this a standard size. So I'm just gonna make it 8.0 width, make it a 5 foot. Then we're gonna hit configure. I'm just gonna make it a 2 panel. Copy my previous choices over. Okay, say I want to foot bolt. There we go. Okay, point taken. All right, so after I make my selections, now it's telling me I gotta, what's it telling me? I need to correct here. Frame size right through here, 71. Oh, hardware. Okay, so handle white. Handle white. You like seal color. And go bronze. Boom. Okay. Now I can hit save. All right. So when I have these two added, now I should be able to just come to configure. Just going to do single package here. Then I should have my window, should have my glider, or should have my patio door. Now I'm going to come down. Obviously, if I need to add my project adders, it's done back here, as you know. So if I come back and I touch my permit, done. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to finish, come to my quote. I'm going to just, for giggles, add a 20% and a 10% COVID savings in here. Finance option, let's say they're doing a 7.99180. Have this big boy done. Now I'm going to say proceed to price. Okay. So if you realize when you ever bring these down, right, it says technical or design details, technical designs, adders, right? So it really tells you anything in here that is like included in the package, gives you your full rundown. So same thing as your doors, same thing. So when you go to the change order, I'll show you one of the big differences. So let's say here, I've got my $1,000 deposit. Perfect. Okay. So it's telling me that at my subtotal after that's all 12 grand. So I'm going to proceed to order. I'm going to hit my contract, my green sky form, hit confirm. Yeah, you guys that don't add green sky forms are freaking lazy. That's pretty damn easy. All right. Test Zoom project. Now, obviously, when I come down here, just fill any of my little items out. Here's my normal order as you're used to seeing. And my set of delivery, I kind of want to check up here. Did I hit my reflash? Yeah, my reflash is all good to go. Perfect. Now I'm going to come down. We're going to say here, they put their $1,000 deposit, right? And we're going to put them out financed. It'd be 11,703. Monthly payment. We'll just say they're doing the 7.99180. So we'll just call it 1%. So we'll say that's 170. Measure payment 0. Final payment 11,703. Okay. If you're not taking your time through here, especially if it's a cash or finance job, you need to slow down, by the way, because when the concierge start, they're gonna drill you and you're gonna have to do a change order immediately on the spot. So don't speed through this. And Damien, when I put this up, this is specifically for you. All right, so now we just make sure everything's filled out correctly. Any of my wood blinds, anything that we have rolling through, my rescission date, so if I am, today's the 17th, I'm just going to say 8. Well, it's not 8/20, but I'm just going to say 8/20 for the hell of it. What is the rescission date today? We should all know that anyways.
It'd be the 20, if it's probably the
22nd.
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 They're older or not.
Yeah, it's 22nd if we're taking the basic 3-day. So just make sure, again, check your calendars and don't put the wrong rescission date because they will check that as well. All right, now we're, I think, cooking with gas. I think at the end of this thing, terms, conditions, here's our thing, HOA, yes or no. I'm just going to pop no for the sake of time. Okay, then we hit next document, which is going to be our Green Sky form. So again, if I'm financing 11, what is it, 278? It doesn't matter. All right, then half of that we'll just say is like 50. What is it? 50. I don't really know. I'm not going to take time to go through it, but we'll just say 5823, 5823. All right. So after this is complete, now I hit confirm. And obviously, I'm going to sign on this device right now. And then start review. Walk down my little signature path here. Everything's good to go. Everything's good to go. All my discounts are in. Now I'm just going to really come down, reference all my information, make sure I didn't make a mistake, right? So if I move on past this and I start signing, I can't go back and fix anything. I'm screwed. So I'm just going to do my e-signature here. Okay, scroll down the next part, sign, scroll the next part, see my rescission date, should always double check yourself. Walk through and sign this big boy. I think that's good. Great. Now we're ready to move to the next document. Then I have my last signature over here. Complete. All right. Now I've signed my document. I'm going to result my appointment. Do I want to include installation notes or appointment notes? On this one, probably not. Click into here. What things do I want to add? Whatever it is. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Done. Next. Now it tells me what email addresses I'm sending it to. If I want to add email address, whatever I want to hit here. Cool. Dear test Zoom, blah, 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 blah. Hit finish. Done. Okay. Now that this thing is done and completed, now let's say I get the dreaded Robert call or the email saying, hey, the customer decided they want to change their hardware, or hey, you forgot tempered on your window. So what I would do here, if I needed to do a change order, first step I want to do is I come down to the plus sign. I hit the plus sign. It's going to give me this search customer. I'm going to just type in test Zoom, and it'll bring this customer up. Then I'm going to click on it, just like you see here. What I'm going to do in the back of this real quick is I am going to add change
order. I'm at the last name.
Yep. And then what I'm going to do next is on the details, it's going to say notes, and I'm going to write change order. Should probably type with two hands, not one. Okay. Change order, adding. Okay. So if I've got something I know I'm doing specific, I can type it right there in the notes, and that's going to help me out. Right. Hit next, hit a review save. It's going to say create new record or save changes. I'm going to hit save changes. Now you see right here, it's opened up. So see this little dial here on the bottom, looks like a circle. When I touch this, it's going to ask me what date I want to take it back to. And I want to type on the contracted package there. See right here? So again, just so that we follow, see this little looks like a time clock. Touch the time clock. tap on my name here, go down to contracted, tap on here, then I'm going to hit save. After I hit confirm, it's going to reload the old project. Now I'm ready to hit start. Now it's fetching all the information, showing me I have these two things located in my product. It's going to show me everything that's in here included. Now I'm going to hit continue. Now I'm going to come to the configure button. And I'm literally just going to walk back into the glider, hit the pencil sign, edit. I'm going to come down, and what did I miss? I missed tempered, right? So now I'm going to add tempered yes. That's the only change I needed to make. I'm going to hit save. Okay, if I needed to go to patio door and I needed to add the right size patio door, I just would do I would do the same thing, and I would hit edit. I would come over to frame size, because call size means standard size, frame size. So save it 70.5. And I got that, or I messed up on my height, whatever it might be. Just in this one, I'm just going to change the size. It'll jack the price up there for the custom. And then what I would do is hit save. Now my changes are finished. So I'm just going to hit finish. It's going to save those changes. Take me back here. When I hit quote, it's going to show me the difference. When I hit show details, see where it says on the bottom of it now, change details. When I click this off, it shows me that the tempered went from no to yes. Shows the money difference. Also down here, when it shows change details, shows me my size of my door went from 71 to 70.5, which is my frame size. Now this is completed. All my discounts work themselves out. So if I'm not changing the price or having to adjust the price, I'm just going with what it says. Then I can hit basically proceed, or I can come in and I can make whatever changes I would, like if I'm doing it, if I'm writing the order, I can still adjust my discounts and all the things I'm going to adjust. Then I hit proceed. Now, if I want to, if I'm doing it because I'm not changing the contract or the commission, I can hit proposal. And now that proposal they request can be done right here, where I don't even have to, basically mess with anything, right? So I can just hit proposal, confirm. I can email the proposal off and I'm good to go. So when I hit confirm on a proposal, just to show you this, I can type in basically, new proposal for adding custom door and tempered glass, right? And I can hit proceed. And then it'll show right here on that header exactly what the change you just made. And then it shows you the new adjustments, and then the change details show up right here on the bottom. Adjustment. And then again, change details right here on the bottom. Shows you what your mark through is, your package price, how it changed, and then what all the new metrics that are included are. Then you can hit confirm and you can email that off. Okay. Does that make sense so far?
Yes, but I would be weary.
Email it. Sorry. Go ahead.
I would be weary on one thing. I would recommend that you look in SL 84A to make sure that the actual original contract was uploaded in there properly. Otherwise, it's archived and it's very difficult to find the actual original one.
I'm not worried about that, to be honest. That's because when they upload it, it keeps the original. If you do it this way, I'm showing you, it keeps a copy of the original inside the project.
Okay,
So,
perfect. Even if you can't re-go get it, it's still in there.
Yeah, this is how I want you to do it. I don't care what they say on the back of it, because this shows what the original was, the contract that came through. I can, in the back office, there's a whole way to find that they're just not aware of. So do it this way. Now you know what the change is. Make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay.
Is this,
I have a
is this
question.
something that client signs?
Nope,
The
on the proposal, if you're changing the proposal, no. On this one, which is the change order, that's what we would do. But if you guys are like, hey, we requested a new proposal, you don't have to rebuild your whole project. You can walk through the steps I just walked you through, and you can do your proposal just like that, which took how long? It was maybe, and that was writing a whole contract, right? By the time I took the proposal, it took me what, 5 minutes maybe to get to make those changes and upload a new proposal. Takes no time at all, once you know how to do this.
So we can
Hey,
just fix it and the client doesn't have to sign.
Correct. On the proposal, if you're doing the proposal, which means that you're not changing the contract amount. That is this. Now, if you want if you're requesting the customer to sign because there's a change, that's where this would come through. If we're just doing it as an internal change order, and they're like, hey, I'm giving them those screens, well, cool, just give me a new proposal and a new commission sheet. Well, your proposal can be done this way by making those changes and just clicking on the proposal button.
I have a question. Oh, go
Yes.
ahead. How do you find out? Do you just check your quality control, your sales list every day and look for quality controls, or how is that being communicated?
Well, when I go through it, I generally send you guys an email or text.
Okay.
But it's a good idea, since it is your business, to make sure you're jumping in your thing and looking for any quality controls, especially till you know it's ordered.
Yeah, because I don't want to get it ordered before I have a chance to either collect more money from the customer or, get it right.
Yeah, so staying on top of your business, that's a given. But yeah, so if there's a quality control, I'm making it required that not only they drop it in, but they're sending me an email now that I'll forward to you guys. I'm trying to keep the communication with those people like limited and none with you guys. I'm
Right.
not really excited about that. So
Hey, Dustin, some reason I missed it. Go back to the first step, how you open the test when you're changing, please.
okay, you mean
How you find the right job to do the revised proposal on. Do that one more time, please. Like exit all the way out to the original.
Yeah, we're not done yet though, because I want to go through the change order thing real quick though. Let me finish this and I'll go back and do that real quick. Okay.
Okay.
If I'm gonna do a change order, now I need them to sign it because I made a change that changed the money, right? Or I made a change that they're requesting a signature on. I would not touch proposal. I'd come to new contract. I don't need to add the green sky. I've already gotten it. So if I'm here, I need to hit confirm. And then it's got my change order right here because I've typed it in. Now all I do is just follow the prompts. Here's my contract. Here's my change details all on here. Nobody can say anything about it because it's all the information that they need. There's the money change. And here's the new contract amount. The only thing I would have to do is if anything increased, so say it's 16,510. So now it's, they still got their $1,000 deposit. They're financing 15, 510. And then estimated payment now is like basically 155. Measure payment 0, final payment, 15, 510. Now I would basically not come down, basically follow my prompts, make sure all my stuff's filled out, which it should be. And just in theory, looks like another contract, but it's really not. Got to make sure again, there's no HOA. So I want to retouch that because it's leaving it open to force the prompt. After I fill this thing out with all the prompts, just like I normally would. Here's my rescission date, even though there shouldn't really be a rescission date. So, but in this case, hopefully I do it when I'm inside the house. The rescission date wouldn't change. So we go 8/22
I usually put the original rescission date.
I would too. I would not give them more time when you get into it, because that's not That's not what that's required to do. Okay, so confirmation, after I hit confirm, I'm just gonna again walk in, sign on this device, do my same signature as normal. It shoots over a contract the same way as your normal contract. Does that make sense? I don't want to take it all the way through again because I won't be able to show Scott how to get back in. Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Yes.
I have one other question.
Yeah.
So does the commission adjustment sheet need to match the proposal? Meaning, do we need to reduce it to
proposal-
0.97 or
The proposal needs to read exactly what you sold it for, right? So when you do the proposal, if the proposal really doesn't freaking matter, but the proposal is going to show them what list price is or should have been.
okay. Got it.
So when you have the opportunity when you're walking back through here to make sure that all your math matches. Make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Before I take it to a
Got it.
contract proposal, all this needs to match just like it would be if you're going to write a contract. So if I'm writing an adjustment and I know I'm keeping the green line the same, well, then I might have to come in and add a custom discount. You know, so I might need to slide that thing to the side or whatever it is and do my custom discount. And or right up here, I guess it is, and then do my custom discount on here so I can add my custom promotion to make sure I make up for the difference. I just want to make sure I'm covered on all of that. So that stuff really doesn't operate. The only cool thing is this allows you to make corrections without having to rebuild the whole project. So when you have that, you have that big ass job that you're trying to figure out how to get out, it's there. So Scott, again, I want to add another change order, my first step. So I have my original job up here I sold. So my first step is to walk down here to the plus sign. I walk to the plus sign. Then I'm going to type in the name of the customer I'm trying to find. So if this is test Zoom, it will come up right here. And I'm going to touch. See, it reverts to the last change you made. So it's going to basically set up here. So I'm going to hit test Zoom.
Okay, that's where my problem is coming in. So when I go, so I have my screen, and when I go touch the plus button down at the bottom,
yep,
it just pulls up new appointment for me to fill out all of the new information. It's not pulling up the screen that I see you pulling up there.
You don't have a search customer?
I do not.
You probably need an update on your app.
Yeah, I think so too. Because it used to be that way. I think, yeah, just check in your app store. There should be an update because you definitely should see that search customer. If not, not sending a help ticket to the help@paradigmvindo.com, which should be able to, and I can help you with that email address once I get off here. But,
okay, so that answers my question. I know how to do the rest. I was just wondering, why am I not seeing what you're saying?
yeah, so you should be able to, when you hit the plus sign, you should just hit plus sign and then you can search the customer. And the most important step where you can get hung up after you add the customer is I have to touch this wheel that looks like a clock here. When I touch that wheel, that's going to bring up my prompt. So if I added, just for shits and giggles here, just test Zoom. I touch this, add my details. Now I might have to go over to details and I might put, change order number 2. Hit save. Now I've got my little wheel down here. I need to touch this because it's there. If I walk in, nothing's going to show up. So I need to come down, touch again the date of the pending, hit pending here, which would actually say contract. If it's done correct, if you're walking off the beginning one, then I hit save, confirm, and it's going to load the data of the last change. So now when I come in here, it should load up any of the product information that I need to. Now I didn't finish the first one, so it might not carry over because there's nothing to really carry over. See, it says no data, because I'm trying to make a correction on something that's not even finished yet. But
Hey,
that's-
thanks a lot, Dustin. I gotta jump off. I gotta call that customer that you wanted me to deal with.
Cool, no problem. Does that all make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Team, what?
Okay, I have one more question. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm asking a lot, but I
No,
gotta be
it's all
clear.
good. I'd rather you ask him now. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so what qualifies as a internal versus external? Like, I know you said the price doesn't change. We can
If
keep
they
it
say
internal.
no, if you see no changes or injury required, need commission adjustment and proposal, that's when we would do that.
You mean in the notes of quality control?
Yep. So
Okay,
they need internal change order or internal proposal and commission sheet, just for record.
okay,
Then we
they'll
do.
specify.
then
Because
we
I
do-
didn't know if we had to have internal for tempering or,
Anytime the product or the money changes, generally we just need a change order.
got it,
Product or the money changes, we need a change order.
got it.
Okay,
Okay,
that means we would take it to the, so we hit the configure button as we're coming through on the change.
I guess even more important to check your quality control.
Yep, and the faster you get on it, faster your money's not held up and the job's not held up.
Right.
So again, when I hit, the difference is my proposals here, my new contract is technically a change order. In this case, I just need to be detailed in my notes on what my change order is.
Okay, so I had an issue where a project manager wrote a change order. I don't remember if you remember seeing that one. But it was like a construction change, like the customer wanted to add batten boards replacement and they had to pay extra for it and didn't want that before or during contract. So if it's an internal or a change order done by the project manager, it's not anything we have to follow up with except for a commission adjustment.
Yeah, if there's a commission adjustment or you're going back to get more money, let's say I didn't know where to charge the money, right? So I went back to my configure. What I
Uh-huh.
have to do is figure out what I need to do to get the green line. I'd hit my single package. I would come down here, hit the plus sign. Whoop, where am I? Right here. Sorry. I would come down to the window, say if this is a window they wanted to do. I would hit edit. I would come down once the window is open, I'd go to my adders, hit a plus sign, create new.
Anybody else lose sound or just me?
I'm just not talking. There we go.
Oh,
So so then basically right here, it shows in my adder, when I hit save, that's what I needed to add to the project. I can do that. Then when I hit finish, and then he's already got the change order done. So then I can touch quote. It's going to show the difference in the money already, just because it's going to calculate the same discounts. And when I touch the window here and I come down, as soon as it thinks, it should show me. Well, here's not going to show me. I don't know why it didn't show me. Oh, because I haven't created the last change order yet. So it's not going to carry this change over. So if you're doing if I'm following chronological order, which is right. All right, here we go. So if I'm following chronological order and I am trying to get out of this freaking package, I'm just going to say finish. Here we go. All right. All right. So if I'm following chronological order, this is the one I need to go. I can't do a new one until I finish this one. So once I add that, if I come in, I add basically area says, ask me what package I want. So now you're add too many change orders. It's like, starts to be confusing if you don't name them. So again, you'd want to come in and create this change order and then add whatever package. So this is the packages I'm choosing. I need to choose what package I want. And it's not letting me even go in because it's pending. I don't know why it's pending, but yeah, so be careful when you're adding change orders. And make sure that when you do a change order, try to do one. Don't try to have like 10 on the same job. So be very careful. To you guys that get kind of careless when we're building change orders out, make sure take your time, make sure it's done right the first time. And don't rush it. And if we take time in the beginning, a lot of times change orders can be removed because we're not making a mistake. All right, real quick, questions on that?
No, that makes sense. The one thing that I would add, which has bitten me, is I always send, if I'm actually getting a signature from the customer and the price did change, I always add a new green sky. And the reason why is because Lindsay will require that to match up for green sky.
Okay, Lindsay, okay, got it. Good.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Good call out. If the money's going up, 100%. So, but it's, yeah, so it's not a bad idea. Just have it, I guess. So good call out, Ricky. I know if the money goes up, you absolutely need it. I didn't know if the money went down though. So both times we're doing it.
You don't on the money down.